Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher,
You knew Marcus Aurelius?
left behind a wealth of wisdom in his writings, particularly in his personal reflections known as meditations. This range of quotes reflects key themes in his work. On the discipline of the mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. On the nature of life and acceptance of fate, he who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them. To accept without arrogance, to let it go with indifference. Everything that happens, happens as it should, and if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so. On virtue and character. Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. What is your art? To be good. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Character and self-control. On the acceptance of death. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back. Despise not death, but welcome it, for nature wills it like all else. In a little while you will have forgotten everything. In a little while everything will have forgotten you. On living in the present and self-awareness. Give yourself a gift, the present moment. Forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant. The rest has been lived already, or is impossible to see. You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. What illusion about myself do I entertain? On action and purpose. Nothing should be done without a purpose. Even the smallest thing should be done with reference to an end. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect. On perspective and wisdom, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up. if thou wilt ever dig. Begin. To begin is half the work. Let half still remain. Again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. On dealing with others. When people injure you, ask yourself what good or harm they thought would come of it. If you understand that, you'll feel sympathy rather than outrage or anger. To understand the true quality of people, you must look into their minds and examine their pursuits and aversions. When another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside, and see what sort of people they are. Someone despises me, that's their problem. On nature and the universe. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom yourself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them. The nature of the all moved to make the universe. The universe is perfect as it is because it is created by the divine. Additional reflections. No man is happy who does not think himself so. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. You don't love yourself enough, or you'd love your nature too, and what it demands of you. These quotes collectively offer a profound insight into the Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, emphasizing the importance of self-control, mindfulness, ethical living, and understanding one's role in the larger tapestry of life and the universe. His teachings encourage us to reflect inwardly, act with purpose, and embrace our journey with wisdom and serenity.
Marcus Aurelius is hailed as a great Roman emperor, but also as a man of both strengths and weaknesses, triumphs and tribulations. Marcus Aurelius, often hailed as a paragon of Stoic philosophy, was indeed a figure of great complexity and depth, embodying the very essence of what it means to be human, flawed, yet striving ceaselessly towards betterment. In the annals of history, Marcus Aurelius is renowned for his wisdom, his reflective nature, and his commitment to the principles of Stoicism. His work, Meditations, is not merely a book. It is a window into the soul of a man grappling with the weight of an empire, the turmoil of war, and the intricacies of human nature. Through his writings, we see a leader who sought not power for its own sake, but the betterment of his people and the pursuit of virtue. Yet, it is essential to recognize that Marcus Aurelius, like all of us, was not without his faults. What sets Marcus Aurelius apart, however, is his relentless pursuit of self-improvement and his profound awareness of his own limitations. In Meditations, he writes not as an emperor dictating to his subjects, but as a man conversing with his own soul, questioning, reflecting, and acknowledging his shortcomings. He understood that to err is human, but to strive for virtue is divine.